But the self work, the self improvement journey that you went on, I think is imperative. Again, I'm speaking as a business coach. People have to be open to improving themselves because a business is going to require you to become someone that you are not currently. You are going to have to learn how to do things that you don't know how to do. You're going to have to get good at things that you don't want to get good at. Marketing and sales are the two easy examples for me. Most people have no appetite whatsoever for marketing and sales. They just want to make money doing what they do. Well, if you want to just make money doing what you do, you got to stay at your job because they have a team of people that all the other people that in that building that you work in who operate on the different floors and in the different departments, those people are specialists who are doing the things that are necessary to allow you to sit at your job and just do sit at your desk and do your specialty. Well, when you start a business, all of those jobs, all those things that all those other people are doing become your responsibility, especially marketing and sales. So if you're not willing to learn how to communicate about your business to strangers, to make them aware that you exist, and then have conversations with them to help them see the merits of your product or your service, and if it's the right solution for them, to sell it to them. And selling is not a bad thing. If you're not willing to develop these skills, you're not going to make money. It's just nobody makes a purchase just because it's this, it may be the best thing in the world for them or what they absolutely need, but they will not reach that conclusion without a sales process. You cannot just put medicine on the table in front of somebody. You got to sell them on the idea that this is going to heal your problem. This is going to help you. And that's something that many, if not most, small business owners struggle with. Again, women in particular. What I've seen is that as a group, y'all don't like to sell, but it's something that you have to learn how to do. It's a skill that you have to develop. You have to accept that to achieve what you want to achieve, you have to do what that objective requires. When I'm telling people stuff as a business coach, these are not my requirements. I'm asking you in the beginning, what are you trying to accomplish? What is it that you want? And when you communicate that to me, if it's something that I can help you with, what my job then becomes is communicating what it's going to require for you to do that, developing a plan, a systematic process for you to make consistent progress towards that objective. The requirements are not my requirements. They are the requirements of the objective that you communicated to me. I'm just conveying them to you in a systematic way. So if you don't want to do these things, then you don't want to accomplish what you set out to accomplish, because that's just what it takes. If you want to become a judge one day, you got to go to law school. You have to become a lawyer in order. You don't get to just be a judge. So the recognition that you have to do some self-work, some self-improvement, some transformation is something that is very important, I think, for anyone who's either considering starting a small business or you've started one and it's just not going the way you want it to go. More than likely, the problem is that you're not who you need to be in order to achieve what you want to achieve. And you may need business coaching to get help with that, or you may need therapy, or you may need both. And neither are deficiencies. These are not shortcomings. Nobody, if you look at Jeff Bezos, the man he is now and what he's doing, the things he's doing at the level he's doing, he didn't come out of college or high school knowing how to do any of that. He's had to transform himself many, many times. At each new level, you got to develop new skills to get you to the next level, to get you to the next level, to get you to the next level. He did not figure out how to be one of the world's richest men by himself. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that for Amazon. It doesn't work like that for your small business. So there's a part in the article where they start talking about, here it is. Clance has seen clients healed not by success, but by the kind of resonance she found with Imes. Those are the two, Clance and Imes are the two researchers who pioneered imposter phenomenon at that time. Bolstered and sustained by group therapy with other women, it's easier to believe other women aren't imposters. They can bring this kind of recognition of others' delusion back to themselves. So what they're saying there, and this is something that I've observed, is that women business owners in particular learn well in groups, and when you're shortcutting yourself or undercutting yourself, you can't see it. But when you're looking at somebody else who has all the credentials in the world and she's giving herself negative self-talk, diminishing her value and all that, you can look at her and go, man, that's you crazy. You got this and this, girl. You got this. You can do that for somebody else, but you can't see it when you're doing it to you when you're downgrading yourself. And
Right.
so in a group environment, you can help each other. This is again the importance of not trying to do everything by yourself. In that group environment, you can talk to the woman who's hating on herself, and she can talk to you where you hating on yourself, and together you improve each other. And I wanted to get some insight from you on that.
Yeah, no, I think there was a couple things that you mentioned in your a few seconds ago, in terms of like selling yourself. I know that I struggle with marketing and sales, and so I am working on that. But
Tell the truth.
I'm
Yeah,
working on
take
that.
take them on that journey, cause
I'm
cause
working on that. It's one of the things is kind of I don't like to be out in the front, but I don't know how many people know the Jackson 5. I want to be Tito, but the universe is saying I'm supposed to be Michael, right? I'm supposed to be front and center, and I struggle with that. And Lindsay has helped me, and being able to ask people to be on my team that really look at me and say, "Hey, Marcia, I can help you get there." I, it's been really helpful. And one of the things when you said that, women in particular struggle with sales, I think that women are really great at showboating at times. Like, oh girl, I got this. Or I think that we're great, we can showboat in different settings. Or, oh, I did this. And one of the things I think is you can actually, that skill of showboating, you can put that over to sales. Like if you can, to put yourself out there, that's a way. Like if you're already putting yourself out there in certain situations, I think it's a transferable skill. You just have to kind of learn the format of putting yourself out there, but you already put, I think that we all put ourselves out there in certain environments and really think about what are the components in that environment where you are putting yourself out there, and how can you transfer that over to really put your product out there. So that was something I wanted to touch on. um Community, village. I think that, for example, if Black Girl Magic, right, they're subscribing to that mindset, I think that a village, a community is really helpful. And so, like, I've created a community called Marcia Hills, and it was really interesting this morning. I have three communities within Marcia Hills. It's the Cipher for men, it's the Lotus Circle for women, high achieving women, and it's Family Matters for parents. And it's pretty dope because in my Family Matters, parents are now talking and they are agreeing with one another, they're sharing, and that makes me feel like that it's this feeling of this community is being born, and people are going to start leaning on one another. And I think for me, when I village, a community is really big for me because I'm where I'm at because of my community, where my mom might have struggled to give me certain emotions and certain emotional support. There was other women in my community that was able to give me that, or other men in my community. And I think that community really allows you to get to the place that you want to go, but they recognize and they show you the things that you're great at, and also they show you the things that you may need to work on, all while they're supporting you. um and this is not, I think that America is a very I society, but we need to get back, we need to incorporate we within being in a small business, or we period, in terms of your own mental health wellness and just your physical and mental well-being.